When I say missing, you see ice. Missing? Ice. Missing? Ice. I cannot hear you. Missing? Ice. Hello, everybody. My name is Chrissa. For my quest, I wrote a children's book based on the problems on Antarctica. Did you know that Antarctica's average surface temperature has risen constantly since 1957? The world's glaciers are losing 267 gigatons of ice per year, which is responsible for a fifth of global sea level rise. And did you also know that in 2021, Indonesia was ranked second for most natural disasters in the world? Indonesia is part of the Ring of Fire, which makes it more prone to volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, floods, landslides, and forest fires. According to a report from the University of Indonesia from 1998 to 2018, some disasters in Indonesia is due to climate change, including flooding, heavy windstorms, landslides, drought. We don't want these to become the norm. Oh, sorry, I forgot to. Unfortunately, another report, known as the Mora Report, found that permanent alternations of climate change is coming soon for Indonesia, with 2029 being the year of radical climate departure for Jakarta, and even sooner for some areas. Eastern Indonesia. The global average is 2047. As of 2020, the forest burned an estimated of 24.3 until 33.8 million hectares. Green School is only 8 hectares big. Now back to the topic. Why do you need to care about climate change and Antarctica? In short, because the future of the planet's on the line. As climate change gets worse and worse, the Earth gets warmer and hotter. And people everywhere around the world are experiencing more intense rainstorms, severe drought, powerful tropical cyclones, and heat waves. Rising sea levels are flooding coastal areas, destroying homes and precious natural spaces, and literally swallowing entire islands. Populations of animals have started to die out, and the most vulnerable among us, children, the elderly, the poor, are in danger from increasing heat stress, air pollution, etc. And unless we do something about this now, natural disasters will get worse and risk more lives. The natural system, people, animals, and so much more that we care about are at risk. Losing these precious things is just one reason among many to care about climate crisis. Climate change won't just impact coral reef, Antarctica, or even people in far-off countries. It will affect all of us, from more extreme weather to increasing food prices, and to recreation and decreased opportunity to appreciate the natural world. People everywhere will feel its effects. Since I was little, I wanted to do something about this topic. I was scared that someday the sun would just blow up right at our faces and that I won't be able to see my future kids or my grandkids. We're all busy preparing for our future. However, if we don't do anything about this now, does the future still exist when we arrive in the future? Because of that fear, I want to learn to be more caring towards the Earth. When I was thinking of ideas of how I could spread awareness about this topic, climate change effect on Antarctica, I thought of how throughout the years, people have done speeches, offline and online campaigns through various mediums to spread awareness about climate change. People are moved by it and try to do something on their personal levels. But after a few months or even weeks, no one really cared anymore. Then I remember, when I was younger, I was watching a children's movie based on climate change. I realized that humans have so much power over our surroundings and how small things like plastics impact our lives and our surroundings. As an individual, I am part of that human. Since then, I decided to be more aware of my surroundings and my actions. It changed my life morals, and I realized what I can do to help our surroundings and avoid doing things that I might regret later. Why children's book? Adults are a lot harder to convince or change their mindsets because their minds are fully developed and they have life morals that they stood by. But that doesn't mean that they can change their mind. Baby steps, I want to start with children. Children are 100% of our futures. It is extremely important to make them aware of these topics. Since they are still young, we can influence them by introducing this issue through children's book. This is the book that I wrote and that my friend Farah illustrated. The title is The Case of the Missing Ice. This book is about a detective penguin named Vincent, solving a case of the Antarctic ice that disappeared and the problems with Antarctica, such as endangered animals, the rise of temperature and sea level, the loss of ice, and global warming. This is the process of my friend Farah illustrating the book. This is the finishing product. I started writing the story in March and finished writing it in April. I read the story to the KKC students and got feedback from them. They mentioned adding illustrations, colors to the book, which was already part of the plan that I had from the beginning. Now the book is ready and I have started selling them at the Wool Festival. If you would like to buy my book, you can text me through my Gmail, chrissa.hartono@student.greenschool.org. While working on this project, I learned many things, such as how to make children's book, what influenced the cause of children's book, and expanded my knowledge on the issues of Antarctica. I hope that my book could spread awareness to many young generations, and I would like to thank my class mentors and my teachers, Pak Budi, Ibu Dian, Ibu Angie, and Ibu Laura. And special shout out to my friend Farah for illustrating my book. And of course, my parents who have been bigger supporters in this journey. And to you, the audience, who came to listen to my presentation today. Thank you.